Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Hobby Tips. Today we're going to get some color on the Nerf gun, and between last episode and now, all the parts have been filed down with sandpaper. I didn't do it. A really friendly troll jumped out and did it for me. And I've washed them in hot water and dishwashing soap after soaking them overnight. And what we're going to do now, of course, is we need to get priming. But before we do that, if you want a chance to win this Nerf gun, jump over to Patreon, throw $1 or more at this channel, and every monthly pledged dollar will be a ticket in a raffle for this gun once it's done. And I will ship it to anywhere in the world. And other than that, if this is your first visit to Errand Painting, please remember to subscribe before you leave, because we have tons of content coming up pretty much, well, at least every other day, but generally more. So let's get cracking. So today we're gonna give this bad boy a fitting paint job for something that would feel at home in the grimdark future of the 41st millennium. On plenty of my previous Nerf gun mods, I've gone for toned down black and metallics or muted colors, and kept them dark so that they would actually resemble a weapon that you could believe somebody would use. But since we're doing this as a tutorial video, since we're going to give this away, and since this is a 40k channel, I decided that we'll spice it up a bit. We're going to go with a more epic look to it. We want it to stand out, look awesome, and well, if we look at a lot of the 40k artwork, their guns don't tend to look like guns. They paint them up. They have colored gun casings. They have campaign markings and whatnot all over the place. So of course we're going to make it look not only cool but also pimp it up a lot. But before we can get into that, we of course have to prime it, and for that we'll go with some acrylic hardware store brand primer, and the reason for that is, first of all, it's gray, so most colors will look good on top of it. And secondly, this is not intended for miniatures. It is intended for when you want to paint the elements of your car, and that seems to be the right approach, since hopefully wherever this gun goes, it will see some use. So I'll prime this and be right back. Okay. So the first pieces I want to work on is the reloading slate, whatever you want to call it, and the drum barrel. And I have not screwed these together. I have just pushed them together for purpose of painting, so that I'm sure that it'll look right. And what I want to do with these is I want to create, first of all, a nice transition from yellow to red, making them look fiery and very hot rod like. So I'm gonna let this first coat complete to dry, and I'll add another one. And once again, dry time and a third coat. Next, we're gonna do a 50-50 mix of moon yellow and bloody red, and quite a bit of flow improver to help us out. And even though it looks very red in the airbrush, the color will come out more orange than if we hadn't done the mix. So starting with this one, we're gonna go for something like this. Gonna hit the tip of this, trying not to get any on down here, and then don't worry about the lowest part here because we're going to paint over that, so you have a place to hold on to, so to say. Like this, very candy, not not very far from the Nerf layout we started with, you think, but don't worry, we're far from done. So while we have this nice orange mix going on, I want this little fella to be orange. That's the button you push to get the drum out. And this one, that's the one that goes into to the top slate. And actually we'll take a bit of poster putty for that one. And once again, just because we want some really strong colors, we'll let it dry and we'll come back in. Now, we'll take some Vallejo model color black. Get a good blob out on the palette. We're going to use quite a bit of this. And I have a large base brush and some no brand synthetic brush for this. There. The black will of course need a second coat, especially because we're going to grip that area when shooting, and of course we will also varnish the whole thing once we're done. and again, I'll need to give it a second coat of black once it dries, but no reason to waste your time on that. And I also decided that instead of having it red out here, I want to paint that black, because once the dots go in there, they will be bright orange, and I think it'll give a better contrast if the front of the barrel is black. But that's all for today. Tune in next week and we'll get painting on the gun case itself. If you like this video, remember to like it. If you don't want to miss any more hobby tips, remember to subscribe. And if you want to support this channel and help us expand our content, please jump over to Patreon and throw some money at us. It helps a lot. Other than that, not much to say. Take care and bye-bye.